you doing singing like that? Carol, what are you doing? What is my director? Look at it. What's the... Carol, when did you sing that well? Back in the 90s. Oh man, we were all different people back in the 90s. I remember the 90s. Wiggly lines. Give me some wiggly lines, Carol. Oh, we don't have, where's our wiggly lines?
I gotta give the shout out to my other bandmates.
What?
That was, my other bandmates are also local people. So Tracy Fulgham, Carla Burgess, and Ada Meadows.
What was the name of your band? Let me guess, the Monkey Time.
Fake Fur. Fake Fur.
Fake Fur?
It's pretty appropriate, actually.
Actually, fake, yes. What? What are you saying? That this is a toupee? I have a whole body toupee? It's very, it's soft. It may be fake, but it feels great. Bah, 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 bah. I can do this for a half hour, Carol. Brah. Go slow, monkeys. Brah. Even when you're by yourself, brah. Just go slow. Okay. Oh yes, I put up some links. You guys do not know what happens at 30 seconds before the show. 30 seconds before the show, this guy right here, whose hand is up my patoot. Carol, patoot is a word that has been lost. Patoot is a word that needs to come back soon. Up my patoot. Anyway, the guy just got his hand up my patoot. Yeah, oh, he jumps. That bald guy with no fake fur. That he jumps down a fireman's pole and ends up. And it's to the monkey, we say. To the monkey. And he jumps down a pole and lands with his hand in my patoot, and we start the show. There you go. So we got to talk about Art Pope opening up a grocery. What do you think, Carol? It sounds suspicious to me, too. It's like, oh, all of a sudden, Art Pope decides, you know what, though, Carol, it's not true. Art Pope's been selling crap to poor people for decades. That's his whole business. That's, you know, the Republicans are like, oh, we got the liberals now. We got the liberals now. Art Pope's opening a grocery in a food desert in Southeast Raleigh. The liberals love the idea of a grocery in a food desert. Oh, we got Art Pope's doing it. What are they going to think now? Oh, they won't know. We got him. And you know what, Carol? I'm pretty sure I know what to think about Art Pope opening up a grocery store in Southeast. It's not that hard. First of all, with Roses and whatever his company's called, Value something or other, I forget what it's called. Crabs are us. What? Crabs are us. What are you saying about Art Pope, Carol? No, really. What'd you say? Crap. Craps are us. Oh, craps are us. No, really. Art Pope's career is selling stuff to poor people. And by crap, when I say stuff, I mean crap. When I say crap, I'm not dissing the poor. I'm just saying, you know, low quality, low price crap is what I'm poor. I buy that crap all the time. Give me some low price, low quality crap. I'll take it. What's that for $1? And that's like $6, but it's higher quality and will last longer? I'll take this. 2, please. 3, maybe, just to make sure, to replace them. Well, maybe I better get 6 so that eventually I end up spending as much as the expensive crap, but just, you know, at the crap store instead of the high-class store. So Art Pope's been selling crap to poor people. That's his whole life. This is not a surprise, right? And the Republicans are like, ooh, we got him now. The liberals. No, look, Carol, I'm happy. Grocery store downtown, grocery store in Southeast. Those people need it, right? When I lived in Mordecai, I was pissed that Raleigh was talking about getting rid of. There was a little dollar store that had milk and bread and, you know, cheese and stuff at the corner of Person and Franklin, one of those little intersections there, right near where the Krispy Kreme is, right? There was a little dollar store. And I remember reading city officials going, oh, we got to get rid of that. We got to gentrify it. And I'm like, every time I go in there were lower middle class folks like me and lower class folks, and I mean this just on income, buying like staples and stuff. And it really pissed me off that city officials were sitting there going, oh, we got to get rid of that, you know, dollar kind of place, that budget place. So I'm a big fan of grocery stores downtown. If our Pope wants to do it, that's great. But you know what, Carol? I can't help but notice. Can't help it. You ready? Can't help but notice. Go to the next one. Do you mind, Carol? Number 6, I think. Yeah. Can't help but notice that there were some grassroots groups solving the problem on their own. Local people saying they're going to start a co-op. You know what a co-op is, right? Worker-owned. Art Pope hates that crap because the whole myth of the rich Republican libertarian, semi-libertarians, and Art Pope's a semi-libertarian at best. He's not a real libertarian. He claimed, you know how the Republicans are, Carol. They talk about, free markets, free markets, free markets, but when it comes to actually stopping the welfare that corporations get from the government, he's like suddenly quiet, right? So Art Pope's a semi-libertarian at best. All of a sudden, worker co-ops start being a possibility. And one of the sites they're looking at is the one that Art Pope just bought. Oh, conspiracy, 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 conspiracy. No, I don't really know that Art Pope deliberately thought that with his buddies at the, Club for Growth or, whatever the ALEC people are and all that. I don't know that Art Pope actually sat down and got drunk one night and the ALEC people were like, what are you doing? That's your backyard. That's 2 blocks from the governor, or a mile anyway from the governor's mansion, where you are, where you work. What are you doing? A worker-owned co-op, that's a smack in the face to Art Pope and the Republicans. You got to stop that. I don't know if that happened. Do you think that happened, Carol? Hard to say. Carol's good. Carol's really good. I throw out these weird left-wing curveballs, and Carol just kind of whoosh. Oh, ball 2. Ball 2. What? What'd you say? Non-committal Carol. No, that was the right answer. Because that's kind of a crazy thought. That Art Pope at one of his ALEC things got called on the carpet by his fellow, fake libertarian Republicans. And they said, what are you doing? You're going to let a worker-owned co-op set up a grocery in Southeast right in your backyard from the governor's mansion? You got to do something about that. Buy that property and sell them crap. The same crap you've been selling for decades to poor people, making money, and then, this part I believe, Carol, they laugh. They laugh that Art Pope's money, the money that Art Pope funnels into disenfranchising black voters, right? The money. The profits he makes and channels into disenfranchising black people so that they can't vote for fake libertarian Republican ideals comes from those same black people at Rose's and all those other, cheap stores that sell stuff to poor people. He sells to the poor. That's his life. That's Art Pope's life. Making money, selling stuff to poor people. That's what he does. I'm not saying that's not noble at some point. Hell, Carol, I sell dollar books and quarter books. I mean, we sell rare books too, but it's nothing, no shame in selling to the poor. But Art Pope, just keep that in mind. This is not new. Oh, Art Pope suddenly opened up a grocery store in, Southeast. I'd rather have a worker-owned co-op that paid a livable wage. Art Pope said, oh, we're making jobs, as representative, we're making jobs and jobs. Well, what kind of jobs? They're certainly not jobs where anybody in the company has an ownership stake in the company. No, Art Pope don't do that. He creates jobs so that he can feel good about himself and gives you a job. Yes, now do what I say. I'm yours, The whole idea of a worker-owned co-op grocery in Southeast that might be successful, Carol, that's like Art Pope's worst nightmare. A worker-owned store that caters to poor people? That's like Art Pope's worst nightmare. Worst. That undercuts everything he's built for his whole life. I need to be the benevolent capitalist with all the money and all the ideas and all the work. I do all the work here at the top. That's why I earn all this money at the top, 300 times the salary of the people at the bottom. Yes, that's as it should be. That's the world right. That's the world proper. Yes. He can't have a worker-owned co-op succeed. So the Republicans are like, oh, there, we got them now. They gotta love Art Pope for opening up a grocery store where there's a food desert. And you know what? It's good that Art Pope has finally signed on to the left-wing idea that food deserts are bad and that there's actually money to be made there. But it's a real shame that Art Pope, by convenience and his money, and it's great that they're doing it, but you know what? The worker-owned co-op thing might have been better. They've worked all across the country. Could have been great. Now Art Pope's, conveniently in the same place, one of the same places they were looking for the co-op, has decided to open up his thing. Now, I'll bet you most people in Southeast would love Art Pope, would prefer Art Pope's version. Great, finally. Art Pope signed on to a left-wing idea. Capitalism can work, right? If you pay attention to what people actually need. Oh, we got to send it through. We got to call. So I'm not confused about what Art Pope, it's a complex issue, but I'm not confused. It doesn't get me. I'm concerned about the wages Art Pope's going to pay, and I'm wondering whether the worker-owned co-op would have been better. Yes, you're on the air.
I just think we need to say North Carolina owned and grown by Pat Art McCurry Pope, dedicated to the poor.
What? I mean that was poetry. It flowed. It was fluid. You had a lilt to your voice, but I'm not quite sure what you mean.
That's okay. Bye.
Well, no, it was good. It was good. But, okay. All right. Did you get what you meant, Carol? I'm not sure. That's okay. I'm trying to be nice. Was I nice? I praised the delivery. I was nice. I'm very nice. Call, really. It's okay. You guys don't call since we went to a half hour. You don't call anymore. Call. It's live right now. Come on. There's some 12-year-old kid there. Come on. There's some 32-year-old kid there. Come on. There's some 55-year-old there. All right. Let's move on to Israel, shall we? No, gay marriage, Carol. Let's go on to the next one that says gay marriage. All right. What? Oh, yeah. These are, where is it? I got the thing. Oh, I don't have the thing. We posted it here. So on August 9th, write this down. August 9th, drag bingo at the Care Scott building at the fairgrounds. They're doing, you know what the theme is, Carol?
What is it? Is it something to do with gay marriage?
No.
What is it?
It's not something to do with gay marriage. You have a one-track mind, you gays.
I know.
No. Superhero drag. Oh. Superheroes. Mary Kmart is one of the drag queens that's been doing this. She's fabulous. And she's been doing drag bingo, and the money all goes to the AIDS Service Agency, because Lord knows Art Pope's not going to give any money to the AIDS Service Agency. I will eat these sideburns if Art Pope's ever given money to the AIDS Service Agency of Wake County.
Didn't you have like 12 of those handouts for us?
Somewhere. Oh, they're over there. They're in that chair. Okay. But wait. Why are you distracting me? So August 9th, drag bingo at the Care Scott building at the fairgrounds. Oh, there it is. Superhero bingo. Oh, I may just have to do superhero drag myself, Carol. So August 9th, the tickets are kind of expensive. If you go online, you can get them for $25, but all the money, all of it, goes to the AIDS Service Agency to deliver food and medicine and care is the word, to people with AIDS in Wake County. And maybe other counties around here. North Carolina, right? Good stuff. And it's a load of fun. You know who reminded me it was a load of fun, Carol, and said she missed me and I should go? The lady from the Bargain Box. Everybody who knows Nancy at the Bargain Box in Cameron Village, raise your hand. Everybody. Now, everybody who's seen the chickens that Nancy has outside her front house, outside in the front yard of her house, that she dresses up for holidays, raise your hand. Yes. Oh my God, I got to get footage of the chickens. So Nancy at the Bargain Box reminded me that drag bingo was fabulous. It's a fun time. There's a lot of old Southern ladies come out to drag bingo. Carol, they love to drag bingo. This is why Tom Tillis is going to lose on gay marriage, because the old money Southern ladies love going out to drag bingo. Yep. You want to mingle with old Southern money? You know? Go out to drag bingo and see the old ladies sitting there going, we are totally okay with this. These people are fine. They do our hair. They do a nice job. They've got some problems. They're a little weird, but you know, they're okay in our book. And damn it, marriages, if they want to get married, let them. My husband was no great shakes himself. That's what they are. Come on, that was the only thing missing from that, Carol, from that take on the Southern old money ladies' take on gay marriage. The only thing missing was a fake Southern accent, which I refuse to do because it dishonors the memory of beautiful Southern ladies everywhere. So Roy Cooper, our Attorney General who's going to run for governor and beat Pat McCrory in 2016. Oh, you heard it. You heard it here. Pat McCrory can't even get his own Republican Party members in the House to let him have any kind of success. Seriously, do you notice that? Tom Tillis and Phil Berger in the North Carolina House and Senate, they're in his damn party. But they're treating him like John Boehner treats Obama, right? The Republicans in the North Carolina House and Senate are looking at Pat McCrory as if he's the enemy and making sure that they block anything that he wants. It's true. That's what they're doing. Pat McCrory says, I don't like that, and they do it. And they don't even pay attention to him. They, give lip service at PrefCon. Well, we're working together, the governor's there. But really, Pat McCrory's he's under siege from his own party. So Roy Cooper is saying, you know what? The Fourth Circuit Court in Virginia, whose decisions are binding in North Carolina. It's the Fourth Circuit. It covers Virginia, North Carolina, and some other states, right? Just said that, Virginia's law against same-sex marriage is unconstitutional. Roy Cooper says, I'm not going to waste my time defending that law when a federal circuit court whose decisions are binding on North Carolina says that law is unconstitutional. And Phil Berger and Tom Tillis, Carol, who, by the way, said that when Amendment 1 passed, in 20 years this is going to be overturned. His only mistake was he's about, 15 years too late. In 5 years after Amendment 1 passes, it'll be overturned as unconstitutional. Get used to it. Gay marriage is going to be a reality by 2017 all across America. End of story. Bet you $100 right now. Go ahead, call up. Give me $100, and I'll pay you back with another $100 in 2018 if I wasn't right, if gay marriage isn't legal. That's a good way to do a bet, right, Carol? That's like, give me your $100, and if I'm wrong, I'll give you $200 in 2018.
Yeah, I'll hold that.
You can trust me.
Yeah.
You can trust me. It's true. I'm very trustworthy. Look at that. Look at his face. Yes. So, Roy Cooper said, I'm not going to waste my time defending this crap in court when I am bound by the decisions of the Fourth Circuit. And Tom Tillis and Phil Berger won't have that. They're trying to make political hay out of it. The problem is, even though Amendment 1 passed, because straight people, Carol, have really serious doubts about their own marriages, and they project them on the gays, and that's why it wins, because straight people have doubts about their own marriages. That's true. It's fact. It's been demonstrated. I have said it many times. Thus, truth. No, really, where's the anxiety? What do you lose when gay people get married? The anxiety comes from your own insecurity. Hatred, fear, comes from your own insecurity. Come on, Carol, that's demonstrated. Jesus said that somewhere. Or was it Yoda? Somebody wise said that. Fear, hatred, anger, they're all from the dark side, and they all come from your own insecurity. Straight people who get upset at the notion of gay marriage, they're really scared about the fragility of their own marriages. True fact. It's called science, Carol. Comes right out of my head. I'm dropping it. There went a little more. You want me to drop some more science? I just dropped some more science. So, Drag bingo. Oh, the road races. I don't want to talk about the road races anymore. We're going to have some guests on and talk about the road races in August, Carol. Okay. But I would really I love the road race organizers. I'm with them. The road race organizers locally who are saying the city is hiking fees without talking to us first. It's a terrible process. They're not listening to us. And they're benefiting. They're doing it to benefit out-of-state for-profit companies at the expense of local people who've been doing races for years. That I agree with, Carol. I agree with that. All of it. But you know what, Carol? You know the one thing the local road race organizers are not addressing? The drastic drop in business that happens downtown and along Hillsborough Street for everyone except the hotels on the day of the road race. The day of the road race, all those businesses that have all along Hillsborough Street, all along Morgan Street, all along downtown, everywhere that's shut off so that people can race, all those businesses have to shut down. An all-day closure kills that day's business.
Yeah, they need to come up with new routes.
They don't just need to come up with new routes, but you see, Carol, all the road race people, they're not saying come up with new routes. They want Hillsborough Street. They're all fighting to get Hillsborough Street as their main route. The road race organizers see it as a demotion when they get pushed aside from Hillsborough Street, but they need to be. Hillsborough Street is overused for these races. And the road race organizers who, Carol, what did I just say? I'm with them. The city of Raleigh is going about this in a wrong way. They're not listening. They're pronouncing these new fees from on high. They're stupid. It's not smart. The city of Raleigh is handling this like it's handled everything. They've got a new office. They think that's it. But the new office is behaving in a way that's completely from, oh, Mount Sinai, we have new fees now. All you peon road race people, you have to pay double what you were paying before. Right? Stupid. So road racers, I'm with you. But just once, Carol, just once, I'd like to see a road race organizer acknowledge that they crush business on the days that their races go by. For local business people who've been here for decades, years. Crushed. A third, a half. You close down Hillsborough Street all Sunday, you close down downtown for a road race Sunday, Sunday brunch is gone. Do you know what percentage of a restaurant's week Sunday brunch can be? Well, I don't either, but significant. Shut up, Carol. She laughed. They're all laughing at me. But you know what I mean? Just once, one of you road race organizers, I'd like to see you acknowledge that there's a crashing of business along Hillsborough Street and Morgan Street and all the downtown businesses when you shut down the street, even for half a day. Just acknowledge that you're taking money out of the pockets of some local businesses to give it to other local businesses, hotels, say. That's weird. That's a problem. Just once, Carol, I'd like one of the road race organizers to acknowledge that. All right, so fly-by-night frackers. How much time I got, Carol? 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes? No. Plenty of time. Back on May 28th, I tweeted, I know this, Carol, because I went back in my Twitter feed. It's like, I kind of remember tweeting something about it. No, yeah, I did. I tweeted this. I tweeted a link to a Fayetteville Observer article about fracking in North Carolina. None of the big players in fracking think North Carolina's got any significant fracking reserves. None. Zero. And I tweeted a link to a Fayetteville Observer article, and I retweeted it tonight. If you go to my Twitter page, Carol, put it on my Twitter page. You don't have to follow me, but just tonight, when you see this, whenever, Thursday, Friday night, go, visit it. You'll see some cool links. The Fayetteville Observer ran a story this past May, that there's really not a whole lot of fracking reserves that a lot of companies think are down here. So what that means is we're going to get more of the fly-by-night companies. The smaller, less intelligent and less scrupulous fracking companies coming down to North Carolina. What?
If that's possible.
If that's possible. Well, Well, but now it turns out the North Carolina Department of Justice just slapped a cease and desist order on some out-of-state company that's not even registered, didn't follow any of the rules that we just passed here in North Carolina for fracking, and sends out all these letters offering to buy people's land to frack. It's exactly what I predicted months ago when I tweeted that article to that article from the Fayetteville Observer on May 28th. We've got a small fly-by-night company sending letters out to people. They're not following any of the rules that the Republican legislature just passed about fracking. 30 seconds. And here they are. Now, luckily, thank you, North Carolina Department of Justice. They're actually acting on it. But that's what we're going to see. We don't have major fracking reserves. Nobody in the business thinks we do. So we're going to get a lot of these fly-by-night companies pulling crap like this and having to get slapped with a cease and desist order by the North Carolina Department of Justice. Civilian babies being killed by your tax dollars in Israel.